Guys. It's new parts day. It's new parts day. It's RX7 parts day. Oh yeah. We've got some very exciting stuff for you guys today. First of all, welcome back to the videos, welcome back to the channel. My name is ZacBaldy and I run the ZacBaldy YouTube channel, believe it or not. First of all, plates. We have a set of fresh plates, and if you guys don't know exactly what car this is for, well, we got the RX7, that's got custom plates. We got the R33, that's got custom plates. She's all plated up and ready for the next couple of months of daily duties. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna drive around the ute for the next couple of days and just get to know the car, just make sure I don't have any issues with it, apart from that shifter selector bush and stuff like that. But aside from that, we got our ViniFab stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, I honestly think FedEx screwed me over a little bit on this one here. First of all, the order didn't come through, they withheld it in New Zealand, so we have to change shipping companies. And then also, when it came into Australia, I had to pay $300 in taxes just to get this thing into the country. Now, just letting you guys know, this box right here is worth about $1,000. But yeah, once again, how crazy, like 30% income, 30% tax when it came into Australia, which I thought was ridiculous. I wanted to get the RX7 started this weekend, so I paid it. It came the very next day after a massive screw around with FedEx. So screw you, FedEx. But thank you, ViniFab, for all your amazing help. Today we got a whole bunch of stuff from ViniFab. So if you guys don't know, ViniFab, I would say, are kind of one of the better off-the-shelf fabricators that you guys can buy for your RX7s. Their products are just phenomenal. I actually hit them up a few times to see if they were interested in sponsoring the car. However, I ended up just going with the parts anyway because that's all I wanted to run on the car. So a few things that we got from ViniFab, as you guys can see in front of me. First of all, we got the Ast Delete. Now this is just in their nice brushed raw look. It looks absolutely amazing. I know for a fact that when I have polished metals on an engine bay, I end up doing way too much work on the car and I end up basically destroying it. So this thing is just beautiful. It's nice and solid, and pretty much it completely deletes the standard air separator tank. As you guys know, these have like an alloy tank and then they have a separate plastic tank and you got to run lines everywhere. It's just horrible. This right here will go straight down to your other tank, and yeah, looks absolutely amazing. I'm stoked with it. Now, also, we ended up getting the coil harness. So the coil harness right here, we have some we have some spark plug leads from Bosch. And we also have the ViniFab coil harness as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna end up modifying this just a little bit so we can set up direct fire. If you guys didn't know, RX7s run a wasted spark system, which is where the two leading plugs actually fire at the exact same time. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be having complete control over that entire lot. We're going to be separating the two. So it's pretty easy. We're just going to have to take, I'm not going to mess up this whole loom and cut into it, but we're going to take leading two. We're going to basically splice into that wire there and wire it directly into ignition 2 in the ECU. So that should be pretty easy. So we've got that to go there as well. And this is one of the nicest pieces of the entire car. And that is this right here. This is the coil bracket and the AEM coils right here. The coils on the FD aren't really that great from factory, and when you start pushing a little bit higher boost, a little bit more power and a little bit higher RPM, they really start to fall, and that is where these bad boys come in. They're on a beautiful ViniFab plate right there, and they sit right on top of the 13B, and they look absolutely beautiful. These things put out a lot of spark, and I'm very excited to get them in the car. Got a few extra little bits down here, ViniFab key tag, and a lot of packing peanuts apparently. No hardware, that's okay. We can deal with that. We have all the own hardware, so that's fine. So today is going to be pretty much the very last day that we're going to be playing with the RX7. So sit back, relax, like the video, make sure to comment down below. We're not going to be starting it in today's video. We're going to leave that for a completely separate video. But today we're going to get it as close as we possibly can to firing up. Man, I can't believe I just said that. It's so cool, so cool. Alright, so these coils, once again, as I said, are a work of art. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. I can imagine it's going to be pretty hard to show you guys exactly where these go. But they go somewhere down in there. Just going to have to work out exactly where they go. Probably going to have to move around the loom of some description, I could imagine. The loom looks like it needs to wrap around the back of the engine there. Oh yeah, because it looks like it mounts up there and somewhere else. Man, I'm confused. I'll look up some photos. Rightio, so I just got some new hardware. The coil bracket sits up there, nice and flush on top of the engine there. And so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna grab the leads, and then we can play around with some of the trailing and leading plugs, which is gonna be a little bit of fun as well. So I'm very excited for this. Alrighty guys, so it is currently the day after. I'm gonna quickly update you guys on the ViniFab stuff. So pretty much all I've got to so far is doing the coils, and I've basically retrofitted this right here. It looks just so perfect. So far, I'm so stoked with all the ViniFab stuff. It looks just flawless down there. I don't know if you, well, probably if it's focused. You guys can see the awesome ViniFab logo across the front there. Looks so good, and not gonna need to worry about that little bung down there anymore. It's gonna be perfect. As I said, I've only retrofitted it, so it's only like just hanging there. But I gotta try and work around with some of the pipes and stuff like that. Not only that, the coils are looking nice and beautiful in place right now. They're all in there, they're all tightened up and ready to get plumbed straight in. They look absolutely wicked. So that's gonna be my job for today, is to basically finish off everything that's in the engine bay, which is very, very exciting. Engine bay technically can be completed in this video, and then also we should be able to wire in that ECU thing. Apparently I switched one of my DPOs around by accident, and you can't use DPO 6, so I'm going to switch it to a stepper motor, which, because it's going to be pretty easy to find, because I'm not going to be using any of the OMP system, which is another reason why I have this right here. This is a beautiful fresh Jerry of 98, because I need to mix in some of my premix now, because we're going to be premixing our rotor. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be taking pretty much most of this bottle right here, which seems crazy, but yeah. All right, so just mind the big red wire that runs around the back there. I still have to fix it all up once I jump into the interior, but the ViniFab harness is now in, and now I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through and just plug in pretty much all the wires, all the sensors that I need to, make sure everything is all good to go. I think we're ready to put the upper manifold back on. Man, this is coming together so quickly now. We have all the parts here to start the car. We just got to put them on. I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, so next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be mixing some premix. It's going to be a little bit of fun. I've honestly never done it before. But FD fuel tank is about 76 liters. And you mix it at a ratio of around, I believe it's 1 to 100 or something like that, which is 20 liters. 20 liters of fuel is 200 mil of premix. So I'm going to end up using about 76 mils of this, which is pretty much going to take me to, I hope, the end of my dyno session. So I'll put 750 mil or so of this in this, and this is just my E80, sorry, not E85, my Penrite premix. Originally I was going to get clots, but couldn't find any in stock. That's a lot of oil. Beautiful. There we go. So we have 76 litre fuel tank. There you go, I'm not lying, it's 76 litres. And I was getting 250 Ks a tank. Ooh. I thought it was a lot less than that. Oh well, back to it. Coolant lines, Ast Delete, all that sort of stuff is all done. You guys can see the Ast Delete really fixes up the front of that car. The front of that right there, we just put a little bung on the end of that, and she's all good. So time to put some of the devil's juice in it and let it sort of self-bleed by the time Saturday rolls around. I'm gonna turn this thing on for the first time, if I got all the wiring right. So, woo, man, I'm so keen. So keen. I think it's the first time I've ever played with coolant without having it leak all over the ground. So I've just put in enough so it can sort of self-bleed overnight. I'll just keep topping it up whenever it sort of runs out and lets all the bubbles out and stuff. But the next step is to start plugging in all the wires across the top of the engine. It's starting to look like absolute spaghetti again, but until obviously we go through the engine bay, repaint it, and get rid of everything that we don't want, like ABS and most likely AC and just a whole big bunch of other stuff. You can't exactly make it all pretty. There is not much room. I'm trying to have to fiddle around and make everything look nice and neat. It's crazy. So fingers crossed, in the future, we can definitely tie this up a little bit, but it's getting to that point where everything's starting to go on top, everything's getting a little bit messy, and I'm just trying to find the best way to work around everything. So anyway, let's get straight back into it, and fingers crossed, we can get the engine bay done tonight. Rightio, so this is a very, very, very scary moment, because once this is back on, I'm gonna have to get a new gasket if I ever want to do this again. So I'm fairly confident that I've done everything correct. Everything's tight, all the plugs are in. All right, it's happening. It's happening. Well, there you have it. 3 months worth of work finished up on an extremely quiet Friday night with one very tired Zach in this garage alone with the help of a few of my really good friends. We have produced this absolute work of art. The absolutely insane V-mount by Gretty, the incredible fabrication work by Elite Exhaust and Fabrication, all of these little knickknacks and coil packs and everything from Vinifab, and of course the very, very interesting Hypergear ATR 45 SS2. And I say interesting because I am so interested to see how this turbo is going to suit this car. On paper, this thing should be the most perfect turbo for this 13B. The brand new Haltech you guys can't even see. Just, oh man, all of this work. It looks so neat and tidy inside that engine bay. I am so incredibly happy at the entire job. It's taken a lot of time. It's put a lot of stress on me, but it's here. And tomorrow we get to start it up. Thank you so much everyone for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. It's so much louder with this dump, hey? Dude, it's so...